It's go time, Cookie Runners. Welcome back to DownForce Stunt Racing. We didn't collect anything, it's gonna be finding the mystery skin will be on the day 7. Because the daily task in the logging reward is gonna be for our 1 day streak. Now, before this, we're gonna be collecting anything as possible. But before this, we have our new mission points we got ourselves. Drive 4 miles, and we're exactly how weekly this one. Complete 10 daily tasks that we got anything as well. So, but before this is going to be very hard for me. We have completed this one, not the last time video, yesterday. Now, we're going to be finding everything that to unlock 5 cars. The mission is actually wanted to unlock 5 cars, but for now where are some kind of a little bit for this thing. So now before this, I'm an intimidator first off. Now we're gonna be spawn a Dodge Challenger, but upgrade the vehicle or despawn. So the vehicle upgrades isn't really exist anytime soon. Now probably for this update isn't gonna be such as real. We unlock the car, such as the AMG GTR. So we're gonna be interact for some kind of going on the way down. So I'm sorry that the internet connection isn't gonna be running so well, because just as the last video we got here for today. Now we have to just close up. We're just gonna be going for a close up for just as well. We have a free skins and passes are probably gonna be doing like this one. So if I just gonna be click on this, that I just must join the group immediately. So if that loads out completely, it's completely continuing to get slower. That I just literally found the exit as well. So we're gonna be driving anything as well before races. Now, the first thing we need to do is to find the one last milestone, the blue, and 2 milestones will be the red turbos. Now, we should be able to drive, and probably I should be able to keep my volume itself to 3. Now, we're going to be getting inside of this one, probably. It's not going to be going for a very good idea for so on. So, let's keep ourselves to go on to the top speeds as anyways. Now we're gonna be find ourselves into the fastest way. The space means you might exactly getting out of the car instantly. So we're gonna be find ourselves to get all the way to the snow area. Now we cannot able to find anything as possible. But before we're gonna be making onto this straight, we cannot able to make things a little bit as possible. So before that, we absolutely needed to complete the test or some kind of a little bit want our access. We're gonna be see the top speed, and the test of the vehicle will be exactly how fast it was. Now we're gonna be headed inside of some kind of buildings. Now it's not onto the buildings as well. So we already find a blue turbo. We're eventually gotten for 361,000. Or nonetheless, we're gonna be find somewhere else, somewhere out of town, and that's where the blue turbo it was found here itself in the village. Now, once I just gonna be literally we're finding ourselves that the trial is we aren't able to be supposed to find itself over here, and exactly is gonna be in the town. And there must be nothing was left. You're gonna be finding somewhere over here. It's not fantastic it is anyway, so I'm literally still finding for the last blue turbo in order to access for some kind of one like these things as well. So we're flipping this car all the way down, and as you can see, I literally tried to hear any turbo as well. Let's put all the way for as well. We're gonna be seeing for some kind of an eagle view. In order to look at this way, there must be a strange bubble found here nearby inside of the snow forest as well. So some kind of a little bit of these ones is not literally the one last blue turbo it was. So once I just saw and looked up to myself that I just gotta be look all the way into for some kind of an eagle eye. We finding for some kind of the one last blue turbo before we're not able to end of this video. Before we're gonna be completed itself, we just already found the first blue turbo into the ice caves. Now we're probably all ready to do what itself that we should be able to do as one. So we're completely inside as well, as we're not gonna be using somewhere nitrox. So we're gonna be getting into some kind of a little bit itself going all the way up here. But eventually it was not somewhere over here because of that rock. Just keep itself, just try not to ruin itself over here. We're jumping out of the car and I just gonna be left alone of this. And eventually we have 4 miles driven. So we got for redeem for 4 miles. So the 7 hoops to 9 hoops is gonna be coming up next. Until we're gonna be testing out for some kind of a little bit for just later on. So before testing for the AMG GTR, I have completely stuck inside of some kind of a humor range. Now it's not over here or there yet, and it's completely not gone anyways, as we just literally try to find itself for more. Maybe I'll be looking inside of some kind of a crystal cave, as possibly we needed to get all the way for about many more reasons. So it's not inside of that cave or any much more of this hill or this one situation. So not over here, we're just one in the case, but we just eventually already found the blue turbo inside of that secret. So there is no blue turbo as anyways. So behind inside of that some kind of crystal aisle as well. So and it's probably nothing that I just gonna be hit the brakes, turning off with the player's tab off, and because some kind of scene like these cells is pretty nothing as well anyways. So we're just gonna be continue all the way throughout for the aisle star as well. So there is nothing over here and over here as possible. So I don't think we cannot able to give up on finding some kind of a last one. Not the one last blue turbo of the puzzle. We just still need to find anything as well, because I just literally changed back to Challenger. So the one thing is to find something hidden, and even more hidden into the buildings. We cannot able to break in as well. And probably that must be inside of some kind of nowhere other town. Unless we just might able to reach all the way up into some kind of one town as well. Let's return back into the free camera to see the eagle's eye. And we'll see, we're gonna be finding ourselves up here. We already find ourselves up here as well, since last time's video we did here. And but look at their selves, that right behind of their mountains, that the most hidden part of the map is actually some kind of a hidden glitches as well. So let's just not able to get all the way too much up here for us as well. So because this is not going to be too high, or probably it's a very complicated to see this impossible like these things. When I just actually see into the eagle's eye, where possibly we still need to find for one more, because it's eventually hidden as well. So looks like the one last turbo isn't going to be for this one piece. Now entry into inside of this one, so I'm not sure this isn't going to be going for very easy as well. So how can you find it? So let me know down in the comments below if you're going to be finding the last turbo itself, that I wasn't able to be smart or anything to do so. Because anyways, it's literally going to be hard to do so to find out, and it's not on the ground anyways. So before we're going to be end of this video, we're absolutely slightly moving all the way into the desert sites. And in fact, looks like anything isn't going to be gone either. Now, let's just find all the way slower. And we're not going to be showing you anything as very possible as well. So, this is what I actually going to be very lost. This is completely impossible to find out. And I have nothing to do so because of easy things is actually legal. So it must be gonna be hiding somewhere advanced, and probably this isn't gonna be very the best. Like we just find them somewhere hiding over here, and everything is not onto this island as well. So the 7th one is nearly hidden outside the city as well. Now we're gonna be going inside of some kind of an hidden secrets of hallways. And when you think we found the last turbo and the hidden of the mountains, we have officially collected for the blue turbos. Now it's time to move on to the deserts itself. Over 400,000 pounds or some kind of a framed dollars as we got here for anyone as well. So we've seen for this one, we absolutely completed one. The milestones has officially completed, and now the last one goes on to the desert itself. Now I should be able to eventually change myself, and I have nothing to be worried about. If I just leave the group, that the free vehicle isn't going to be just like this. It's automatically selling like this thing. So we're going to be moving into the deserts for our last 2 milestones we got here. This is where I bought this vehicle, and it's not going to be yesterday. That yesterday that we just eventually got the red itself for one as well. So we cannot absolutely having for the red itself. The green one is the MG GTR. Then the next one, I got the DeLorean on my site. Let's see how the top speed it goes one. Now eventually reaching all the way to 330 kilometers an hour. The hidden of the red milestones is going to be something literally gone too far. Now it's time to see for the eagle's eye. Now we just eventually jump off the vehicle as well. So we're going to be seeing this. Now as we never be able to see for the eagle's eye. Now unfortunately the last 2 of the red turbos are now missing. Now if you're just going to be trying to let me know down in the comments or below itself, it's going to be gone too far. So it's going to be literally it's going to be trying to make ourselves, it's not going to be look like this one. So we're testing out for the AMG GTR, and probably this is going to be such as a great idea, and going to be flipped all the way into the ground. And it looks like we're going to be completely drived off into some kind of a town. The frames per second isn't going to be such as good out here. So we're blasting all the way to 400 kilometers an hour. Finally, 250 miles per hour we eventually got here. So nothing is going to be inside here. That the yesterday's video we got anything is not possible. Now we're just going to be trying to find our way selves into the top of their ways and blast it all the way into some kind of a big air. Now the clutches feels something kind of a very terrible itself, or just gonna be what is going on. So we look to itself, we're just gonna be way down here into the mines. So to find the last 2 turbos is going to be into the mines. I'm probably very sure the secondary of mines isn't gonna be nothing as well. So you cannot able to spawn into the darkness. Now we're officially finding the last 2 red turbos. That I just literally gonna be finding a scary game. It's just like some kind of independent scary game, as we're finding some kind of dark monsters is going on out here. And it's slightly nothing inside of these dark caves. Or probably is gonna be for many more reasons to find this one. Or maybe that must be a dead end as well. So 415,000 credits in cash. But looks like we just eventually lost them, unfortunately. So we're gonna be respawn back into the Dodge Charger itself. Let's gonna be find all the way out of here and make ourselves to the end of this video. So the last two milestones isn't going to be quickly as well. So the last two red milestones is literally going to be some kind of a races as well. To unlock it, it's been some kind of a little bit for many more reasons. Then the second one, it's blocked by the boulders. So we could not able to get inside of here. It's collidable itself, so we're gonna be smashing the walls. So eventually despawn one vehicle. I'll make sure I'll be retrying myself even one longer. So we couldn't able to spawn here or there. And then that I just eventually using the Dodge Challenger to smash the walls. And it does not pretty work as well. So we're jumping all the way out of here and being rolled over itself for just one more. So as we just gonna be find here, we're already found anything by itself but gone as possible. So there are no milestones into that mines, and because it's literally already that I just saw itself for the last video, that must be some kind of hidden boulders as well, and I'm not very sure. It's already gone, but unless that must be still more going to be crazy. So let's just try to take more itself into a literally ridiculous action, or probably we're gonna be find itself over here, and there must be no red turbos over here for just as well, because it's just not here. This is where the last time video isn't going to be about, or nothing that I just gonna be doing for itself new. Now over here to just gonna be roll over to this one, so I am actually gonna be finding myself a new stunt that we just eventually cannot believe to find over here as well. Now I believe now this isn't gonna be gone too long, and perhaps it wasn't into the airport sites, as we're gonna be jumping all the way itself. This is where some kind of a Hot Wheels world race that goes to, because this is where that I just got my first red turbo. It's been over inside of that building. It's literally, it sounds probably hilarious over here, and because since I didn't absolutely found over here, we're gonna be checking out inside over here before this sounds mysterious as Hot Wheels open world or accelerators. So I feel this is strange here. So this is where some kind of a couple of videos to go, or before it's gonna be the end of this thing. So anyways, that should be able to wrap up for today's video, or this is anywhere for some kind of a red turbo as well. Let's just blast all the way into some kind of a desert sites. Unfortunately, that should be it. I found myself even one secret over here. There must be a hidden turbos over here for our last couple of turbos. It's onto the nearby beach, and because this is absolutely going to be the last 6 turbos, or probably this is one of the last 2 more to go, but one more is actually that I just literally found myself. It's gonna be literally gone too long as well. The last turbo is not on the beach itself. It was actually gonna be hidden somewhere over the hidden ways into some kind of the cave, and that will be the last easy things to do is hidden. So let's just gonna be getting all the way inside of that one. The speed is 1000. What? This is probably the secret word So this isn't gonna be making anything for much more sense. If we're finding for the last things to do so, we're gonna be using the DeLorean once again. Let's just gonna be despawn, I guess. Now we're gonna be completely drive anything somewhere on the beach as well, somewhere on some kind of anything as nothing is gonna be going on anyway as well. So we're just gonna be collecting some other turbos. Now the last turbo isn't likely gonna be going into this way, so it's probably hidden onto the ocean sites. But all the way into this things as well, we're very not sure how much far it's gonna be going anything as well. Hidden into some kind of a deep forest. Looks like it's gonna be hidden nearby the bush, or literally it's nothing that's gonna be hidden anyway. So probably this is gonna be very anonymous as well. It's not gonna be easy. This is literally hard when you're just exactly as a dumb kid. And what I just possibly that we know, it's been over 15 minutes to 20 minutes of this video, as possibly that isn't gonna be very gone too long, or very far it is, and how much gonna be very long as even possible. So it's gonna be tried to driven itself or just out of the way, and I have nothing to hurt off. So let's jump out, and we're gonna be seeing over here that where the last red turbo is not literally here. So we're gonna be despawned, and let's test out for the AMG GTR that I just eventually got here from I just recently purchased into some kind of for the driving simulator. So it's been nearby for the nearby loops as well. The wall rides isn't literally here. The last red turbo will be on the docks. I mean, I get it it's gonna be right. I was definitely right over here. So the one last red turbo is not over here, not in some kind of a storage, but inside of that ship over here. So literally, because if I was right that we just found a green turbo over here, and we just eventually ended up into the ships itself, while I just completely sinked all the way into it. So we're gonna be finding anything as possible. Let's just gonna be try to say Dodge Charger RT. I'll be finding the one last turbo before it's absolutely gonna be gone too late. As anyways, before we're gonna be end of this video as immediately as well, we have to find a one last red turbo. It was not going to be in the desert, but somewhere into that ship, or probably is going to be to that shipping, or it's just going to be literally as once. Now we're inside. That was a prank, or probably it is. It's not going to be going inside of this way. This is going to be going into this one, the cruise onto this thing. The shoes is going to be probably one ourselves. Let's just going to be using back to James Bond. Now we're just blasting all the way into some kind of one ourselves. I'm never going to be very extreme to do so. I feel it's a little bit complicated to get all the way around here, so this is going to be very impossible to find all the way. Now it's self one. Let's just going to be doing a hard way, and then we're out of nitrox. That must be pushing around walls. I think this is regardless to the end of this video. So I think the one last red turbo is still in the desert, because it was not in that ship as anyway. So we're gonna be personally, it's gotta be gone too far. And as you can see, the last red turbo was onto this thing as well, so you might able to come over here for this one, or probably itself for off-roading, like for this thing as well. So let's jump out of the vehicle and switch to the Dodge Charger RT. So we eventually get to be going all the way up here and find something all the way hidden. And finally, this will be lead to the end of this video, as we're finally found the one last red turbo. Finally, we have gotten collect anything as possible. So we just eventually jumped out of the car, and at last we just find all turbos we have finally eventually got here for anyways. So we have completed for the milestones. All miles have been completed. We have eventually unlocked all the 5 cars we gotten itself for a various premium, and it's now time to go for itself for intimidating. So return itself for 1. We have all the cars we got ourselves. Let me just get a retry over here. So that is the Toyota Yaris, or probably it's gonna be some kind of a WRC rally. This is going to be literally way more insane of that rally car. And because I'm offensive, this is going to be literally, it's not going on. It's not everything as well. It's going to be hidden for anything, for somewhere overall, for any of these things as well. So we're going to be end of today's video over here, and I have literally it's been over 20 minutes of this video, and I have slightly never been so much as anyway as possible, because how over things is not going to be react to anything in the back from my videos as well. So this is ridiculously really hard as well. All of for the red and one last blue turbo is completed. Now I can finally end the video of this literally right now, and because of the last couple of the turbos we got here, and eventually we'll be ended up being stuck over here as anyways. So if you like for today's video, I got itself for the AMG GTR over here. So anyways, we just eventually despawn anything as well. So we didn't unlock 5 cars at all for this time as well. So leave a like and subscribe and click that bell for any more, some kind of a little bit for this one, until $500,000 in cash will be absolutely gotten myself off the case. This is going to be Turbo Concept signing off, and thankfully, thanks for watching and for all your support, that I'm going to be seeing you mini lads and street racing stunt geeks all later.